Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the WeCrochet Facebook page and YouTube page. We are here again on a Wednesday at 12:30 Eastern. We are so excited to be back again, as always. You're going to hear me say that every time because I really am so excited to get to be here with all of you. It's an awesome, awesome time for me. So as you start to come in, go ahead, tell us that you're here, tell us you're watching, maybe where you're watching from, what project you're working on. Let me know what's going on. Okay, great. I got notification that we're live. It's always a good sign. But it's kind of let me know where you're watching from, what's going on today. Here, it's finally a warm day. I'm so excited. Warm relative to what we've been having, but a day to get outside and enjoy the weather. So welcome to everybody who's watching. We are so excited for today because we get to launch another new collection. Oh no, Tammy says, hello from Fergus Falls, Minnesota. It's -10. No way. Sorry, you could keep that cold over there. It's way too cold for me. But we're going to be thinking about spring today and the warmer weather that is coming. And the projects that you're going to want to start making for your spring into summertime. We've got this brand new collection called our Terrace Collection, and it is just filled with all these patterns that are going to be great for layering, for wearing now, with a long sleeve shirt maybe, or as you go into spring and summer, you can wear it with tank tops underneath. Oh my goodness, New Mexico is expecting snow. Oh, you guys. Oh, we have somebody from Ontario, Canada. It's -6 Celsius. Way too cold for me. I'm going to stay down here or over here or whatever. But yeah, so I guess everybody's experiencing a little something different in the weather. It's that time of year as we start to think about the spring and bringing in new projects that we're working on. So we're excited to get to share this new collection with you. Kelly on the back end is wonderful enough to be putting links in for us. She just stuck the Terrace Collection in there. It is a brand new ebook collection. It is $10 for the ebook, $9.99 for the ebook that you can go and purchase now. You can also purchase each of these patterns individually, but they're $4.99 a piece. So if you like two of them, grab the ebook. It's totally worth it. They're just beautiful patterns. And let me tell you, this is a brand new kind of way of doing things for us. We have an illustrator on board, so the inside of the ebook is just phenomenal. Hey, Marley, I know she's enjoying some nice warm weather down in Florida, so you don't need to tell us about how warm it is down there. But yeah, so Kelly's posting in there the patterns. You can purchase them individually, or you can go ahead and purchase the ebook and grab it all together. So today we're going to share with you each of the patterns. We're going to talk a little bit about them, and we're going to show you the yarns that were used. And Kelly's going to keep posting links for us along the way, so you can grab the pattern, you can grab the yarn, you can grab the ebook, and you can join us in making some of these wonderful patterns. I've already made my first from the collection, which we'll talk about in a little bit. I love it so much. I'm so excited to get to share it with you. Hey, Brianne is here too. Hey guys, so great to see you. Thank you for joining us live today. So we also have Michelle and Jen over in the studio. Jen's going to be sharing with us today some of the samples that she has in the office. So that's what we're going to start doing. We're going to bring Jen in first, and we're going to start with our first top. Let me just grab my list here. And we're going to be speaking about the garden path top. Before I have Jen, well, I'll bring Jen in quick and we'll show you. So Jen, let's bring you in. Hey, Jen. So Jen's going to share with us. I'm going to bring you up solo here, Jen. And if you could point to the garden path top, which is the blue one there, it is made in our Katelyn yarn, which is a wonderful yarn. It's a DK weight. It is a cotton linen blend, so it's super, super perfect for the spring and summer. I love how this one has the stripes of colors to it. And then you've got the open pattern there by working some chain stitches and your double crochets and just a little bit on the sleeve. It's not a full t-shirt or anything like that. It's kind of more like a cap sleeve that just kind of comes over a little bit to kind of cover the top part of your shoulder. But I really love this one. It is just a really great option. Put a tank top on under it. You'll need a little something. You could also wear it like as a bathing suit cover if you wanted to, with some little shorts as you're going to the beach, or something along those lines. It's just the perfect little cotton linen top that you're going to want as a staple. And I think too, yeah, I was just going to say, Jen can show you there. It's got that split hem. So it's not a high-low, but it is a split hem. So it's going to give you a little bit more of that room around your maybe wider areas of your bottom so that it fits really nicely and lays beautifully. So that's the first pattern that we have in the collection that we wanted to share with you. The next pattern is actually a set, and it's the one right there in the middle that Jen has. And it's our cherry blossom top, which is the green, and our cherry blossom cardigan, which is in the purple. Now, we show you this great color pairing of the green and the purple. If you go into the ebook when you purchase it or into the pattern, we also have a few other options for you of different colors that you can go ahead and choose from that we offer. So this one is done in Lindy Chain, and Lindy Chain sometimes gets a bad rap because it is a linen Pima cotton yarn, and it's not scratchy, but maybe like a little crunchy until you block it for the first time. And then it just softens up and becomes so amazing. And it's this wonderful light fabric that's not going to be too heavy throughout the summer and the spring. It's just really a great summertime yarn because of the linen in there. So you could go ahead and you could make your top and your cardigan the same color, different color, make one or the other. Jen, would you mind taking the cardigan off just so they can see how the sleeves are on the top? So it's really simple construction on the top where you've got your front panel and your back, and then you're just having like a very straight panel. You're not doing a ton of shaping in here. And you'll see that your cherry blossoms go horizontally on the top and they go vertically on the cardigan. So when you wear them together, it's not like these big stripes that you have. They're going opposite directions to kind of really play off of each other. Also in the ebook, or if you click on the link for the individual patterns, you'll see for the cardigan that we also paired it with just a plain black top underneath. So you don't have to wear them together, but you could, because they're made to go together and they look really, really great together as well. So that is the next pattern that we have in the collection. Again, that is using our Lindy Chain yarn, which is a linen blend, perfect choices for the spring and summer. If you're hearing about a yarn that you really like, you can also head over to the website and you can search patterns by yarn so that you could make other patterns that are already done in that particular yarn that you're liking so much. Okay, Jen, I'm going to take you off the hook. I'm going to bring it back to me over here. The next pattern we have to talk about is our Lavender Vest. And that is this beauty right here. You've got these really great like X crossover, kind of cabley, not cabley, but it's just working your stitches, skipping some stitches, working back into those previous stitches. So it's really not difficult. In crochet, cabling, I feel personally, is easier than cables in knitting. And the reason I say that is because in knitting, you have to take your stitches off of your needle, put them on a holder or hold on to them while you work the other stitches so that you can cross them over. In crochet, you just skip stitches or, work over stitches, things like that. It's a lot easier to be able to see where you're going and you're not going to lose your live stitches in crochet. So this is really great. It's got this nice little panel here, and then it has this like little zigzag seaming at the top. to kind of play along with the patterning here. This one is done in our comfy worsted yarn, and this is also a Pima cotton and acrylic. We really tried to bring in our cotton this collection because that really is perfect for spring and summer. So this is a super soft yarn that you're gonna love. I mean, it's got this beautiful drape to it. The stitch patterning is just perfect. And then it's got this little ribbing here that you work on the end around the vest that you can do. And so you can make this in any of your sizes. It's again like a little cap sleeve. It's not a full sleeve. It just goes a little bit. You can see that in the pictures of the collection in there. And I'll give you a little tip. This is going to be our giveaway for today. So we'll talk about that in just a minute. But this is the pattern that we've selected, and it's just a gorgeous spring summer pattern to kind of throw over maybe a dress, a tank top. You could even throw it over a long sleeve shirt if you wanted to until the time is right to kind of shed some extra layers. So that is that project. We absolutely love it. I just can't say enough about the drape for this. You would think with a worsted weight cotton that you might run into some problems with your drape, but the drape on this is just absolutely stunning, and it's really just a perfect little addition when it's just a tad chilly out to kind of get you through. All right, the next one, we're going to send it back over to Jen. Let me bring her back in. And we're going to be talking about the Tulip top, which is the teal top there, which we have, here we go. You're going to see this front, beautiful, solid piece. And when you turn it around, you're going to get some nice little lace in the back across the top panel. You've got some nice buttons going all the way down. Note, the buttons are not functional. So you don't have to quite worry about that. They're just there to be decorative for this particular pattern. And then it had the one on the front as well to match it. So it's this beautiful little top. This is done in our Galileo sport weight yarn. This one is a 50% merino wool and a 50% viscose from bamboo. So the bamboo makes this a perfect yarn for getting gorgeous, gorgeous drape in your project. It's so silky soft, and it is a wonderful fiber for the spring and summer. Again, we really tried to pick things that were going to stay lightweight and not make you too hot while you're wearing them. Stitch patterns that were going to be breathable so that you wouldn't get too warm. And this one really hits the spot. It's got a nice little trim around the sleeves, and it is more of a tank top than a tee. It does have slightly over the shoulder, so not quite a tank top, but it does not have like a cap sleeve or a full sleeve or anything like that. It's just a sweet little finish there. So I really love that one and the little lace details that you've got there. So that was the front, and now Jen's showing you the back with the buttons down the middle. If you don't like the buttons, you could really keep them off. Like I said, they're not functional buttons. They don't like keep the top together. They're just purely there for decoration. So another beautiful, beautiful top for this collection. So the next one we have is our Crocus Tank, which is that white one there. This is amazing. It's beautiful on the front. You've got your filigree type of meshing on the bottom, and then your solid section at the top. And when Jen turns it around, you're going to see the sweet surprise of this really great V look to the back of it. It's kind of like the racer back type of top, not completely, but along those that thought process. And along the sides, you will see too that there are little tassels there. Sorry, Jen, making you lift everything up. And if you pull them, you could ruche up the sides to kind of make it, shorter on the sides if you want, and then just kind of tie them. Or you could leave it like that with one side up, both sides up. Again, really perfect for the summertime as well as the springtime. You could either wear like another tank top underneath it if you wanted to, or a bathing suit under it would also be really great. You could do your ties in a different color, or as we have here, you could do it in the same color. This one here is done in our curio number 10. So we have two different curios. We have curio 10, we have curio 3. Curio 10 is our thinner of the two. It is 100% cotton, and there's so many different colors that you can choose from to really make it your own. But we went with this beautiful white, clean color, and I just love it so much. I love how it's the solid at the top, so you're covered, but it's open mesh at the bottom so that you can get the breeze come through. You could also do this maybe a little bit longer and use it as a swimsuit cover. That would also be really great as well. There's definitely different ways that you can kind of wear this throughout your spring and summer. So just another gorgeous, gorgeous pattern for this collection. Okay, let's see. What do we have next on the list? Oh, next we're coming back over here to me to talk about our Raindrop top. Jen has another version, which we'll look at in just a second. But what I'm wearing here is the Raindrop top. It's supposed to be a cropped top. You'll see in the photos on the website that it is a little bit cropped. I'm not a huge fan of cropped. Just not my preference. So what I did is I actually made mine a little bit longer, and then it kind of not bunches up, but it kind of lays here a little bit. So it's tighter at your bottom and then a little looser here. You've got these great sleeves like this. So it's just one front panel, one back panel. I've been wearing mine with a long sleeve t-shirt or tank, a long sleeve shirt underneath it since it's been cold, and it's just really great. But then you could wear it with a tank top like I have on today to kind of get, you know, your arms out and everything. But it's just a nice little top for you to kind of transition. You've got this beautiful drop stitch right in here, and then some chain stitching to go ahead and make your like lattice section. Yeah, Joy is saying I prefer it longer as well. It's my preference, and some things don't lend to that, but this one definitely does. So here, I'll bring this over to Jen to show you the one that she has. And so you're going to see it's not much different other than I have one extra repeat in mine so that my top is actually longer than what it is. So you can see there, hers kind of ends there at the latticey section. And let me come back to me, and you'll see I added like half of a repeat, and I did the drop stitches one more time, and then I kind of finished it off exactly how the pattern is. So I just added these couple extra rows or so to get the extra length. It's not a ton of length, but for me, it makes it so much more comfortable to wear, and I feel way more confident in wearing it. And so it's just a choice that I made to do. So this one is done in our Capra. And Capra is 85% merino wool, 15% cashmere. So it is so soft. I mean, this is just gorgeous to be having on your skin all day long. And again, it really is a transitional piece because you could wear a long sleeve shirt under it. You could wear a tank top under it, and you're going to get a lot of versatility out of it. So again, this is our Raindrop top. If you're looking for it as an individual pattern, the link is in there, or you can get it as part of the Terrace Collection, which has all of these patterns packaged nicely for you in an ebook that you can go and purchase. And the Raindrop top uses our Capra yarn. So I think we're going to head back over. Yep, we're going to head back over to Jen. And the next one we're looking at here is our Aster Pullover. And this one uses our Curio as well, but this one uses our number 3. The really cool thing about this that hopefully you can see there is right down the front center is actually a broomstick lace panel. And you don't work this from the bottom up. You actually kind of work side to side, and then you're joining the two, like the right and the left together to make this piece. So you can work your broomstick lace just as normal to get it to have those vertical lines that you're seeing. And then you're adding a solid section on to the right and the left and into the sleeves for this particular pattern. If Jen does turn it around, you'll see that the front and the back are the same. They both have that beautiful broomstick lace paneling down it. It's really great. And again, the link is in there for the Aster Pullover and the Curio 3 if you want to go take a look at it. I'm really excited. It's on my list to make. I have a navy blue color to be making mine in. So when I get that done, I will be sure to share with all of you, or you'll get to see me wearing it here. I just love it. Broomstick lace is not something I've done a ton of, but I do enjoy getting to do it. So I'm really excited to do it in this project just because it's a really different way. Instead of working from the bottom up with a broomstick lace, you're getting that side to side look. Oh, and as Jen is holding those sleeves, they are a 3/4 length sleeve or just about your elbow, depending on how long you make it. But it is not a t-shirt and it is not a long sleeve. It fits right in the middle to, again, make a really great spring transitional piece. So I love that one so, so much. Yes, Joy, the color is just wonderful. So we've got one more top to share with you, and that is our Delphinium Tea. And this one, as Jen brings it over, is worked in our stroll fingering, our tonal. And so you'll see this beautiful kind of like gradient here in the color. That's all done by the yarn. It's a front panel and a back panel that you work in your stitch pattern. You join them up. This one has that cap sleeve to it as it kind of hangs over. It's a little wider on the top. It's really just a beautiful pattern and something super approachable for the beginner or even the experience to kind of get your feet wet with a garment. There's not a ton of shaping to it other than up at the sleeves to give you the extra space. And the beautiful coloring there, again, is all done by the yarn. This is a tonal yarn. You don't have to do it in tonal. You could do it in a solid and have just a solid color. That would still be beautiful. But this is made with a tonal yarn to kind of get that color variation that you see in there. So that is our collection of Terrace. I am so excited to get to share that with you. I'll just leave an image up there of what Jen has in the studio, and I'll join myself back here. But we are going to do a giveaway. So please go ahead and put a comment in there. Any comments, say hello, tell us what you're working on. I'd love to know which one of these is your favorite project. I'd love to know if you're going over to buy that ebook that we have out there. The link is in the comments. Yeah, it's just an absolute, there's not one pattern in this collection I don't want to make. I mean, as you can see, I've already got one down and I've got like 4 more to go or more, to finish out my collection. I'm very excited about all of these patterns. So as I said before, the vest is what we're going to do as the giveaway. So I believe it's 8 balls. Hold on, let me just double check. I got it right up over here. So yeah, we're going to give away 8 balls of our comfy worsted. So you can make this vest all the way up to the largest size that we have. And you'll get to pick which color you want. We'll send you out the 8 balls. You'll also get the pattern for free to go with it so you can make it. And you'll also get a tote bag to put all your goodies in. So this is a great giveaway. You'll get the pattern, you'll get the yarn, and you will get a tote bag to put everything in. So go ahead and make sure you put your comments in. Unfortunately, we're only going to be able to take comments from Facebook. So if you're watching it live, go ahead and put a comment in. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and put a comment in. But make sure to head over to Facebook in the original video post to put your comments so that we will be able to pick a winner. We'll pick a winner sometime later tomorrow, and we'll reach out to you through the Facebook messengers to get your information so that we can get your prize sent out to you. So yeah, so go ahead and put your comment in to win the yarn to make this beautiful vest. Again, it's 8 balls of comfy worsted, the pattern, and the tote bag. You'll get it all together so that you can go ahead and get started on making your project and join us in making your first of the collection. So I am going to bring Jen back in. Jen, if you want to hop in front of the Delphinium Tea. And do you have anything that you want to share about the collection, or maybe what is your favorite pattern that we have?
Well,
I know I'm putting you on the spot.
I love the back on this one.
Yes.
The ruching is really clever. I love the fact that the designer thought to put ruching on the sleeves or on the sides. And as you said, as a swimsuit cover up, it's brilliant because
Right.
You can just make this mesh longer to whatever length you want. And then, when you get to the pool and you're feeling less confident, you have it down. And then when you leave the pool and you feel a little sassy, you can ruche the sides up. But I especially like the detail in the back and the fact that, as you said, it's a racer back. So the back is slightly narrower than the front. And, we all want a little more coverage in the front. So I love this. And then this top, as you said, I know the buttons are decorative, but they're beautiful. And I just like how they look. And the thoughtful detail of the solid back panel, and then the split in the collar in the front to make it slightly different is just really thoughtful. And I love when designers think about putting in details like that, because it just makes the garment that much better, that much easier to wear, and that much more flattering. But
I love V-neck too. It gives it just a little bit more room in, you know, your neck area where you're going to want to need a little bit something. And Stephanie is asking about the buttons. It's in the pattern what the buttons are and the sizing, but they're just little pearl buttons, or beads actually you could use as well for this, or try something with a sparkle. I know that there's been a couple places where I've gone for buttons and they've got like really sparkly little buttons. You could do that too instead of a pearl. This pattern has the pearl on it, but you could really change it up and do what you like. Also with the Crocus Tank, how you were talking about the ties on the side, if you don't want to do the rouging and you don't think you ever will, you could make those drawstrings just a little bit shorter so that they're not super long. If you're not going to be pulling it up and taking it down, you could just make them a little bit shorter so you have the tassels as your little extra decoration, but it's not too long that it kind of gets in your way. So yeah, it's really, I love this collection. It really is, well, my opinion, you know, my humble opinion after picking all the patterns, it's just a really great collection for making that perfect springtime summer top that you're going to want to wear over and over again, especially in like the transitional weather we're getting into where it's a little chilly, but not so chilly. You don't want a coat, but you do want a coat. You know, you could also throw a shawl over a lot of these if you wanted to as well. And it's just, they're just all beautiful. I can't really pick one. So I love seeing what you guys are all enjoying for these patterns. Yeah, I'm so proud of it and the photos that we were able to get and the book itself. So please go check out the ebook, check out each of the patterns, grab the yarn to get started with us. I'd love to see if you're making a raindrop top. I think the next one that I'm starting is going to be the Delphinium Tea. I really enjoyed that one. Yeah, that one is just gorgeous in our Lindy Chain. Like I said, you know, people tend to say it's a little bit crunchy. And yeah, in the ball, it is a little bit on the crunchier side. But let me tell you, when you block it, the drape of it and how it softens up is just amazing. And it's going to keep you so nice and cool because of the linen. It's really going to let you breathe and it's not going to hold in a ton of your heat. It's going to let that kind of breathe throughout the summer. So it really is a great option.
But this one's the Delphinium. I got confused.
Yeah.
So
yep,
this
that's
is
the
you're making.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Yes, I do too. So let me ask you then, if you were going to make the set of the Cherry Blossom tee and tank, or tank and cardigan, would you do the same color for both? Would you do a different color for your tank top and your cardigan? And what might your two colors be if that's what you're going to do?
I would, you know, I don't know, because I think of the 1950s and the matchy-matchy twin sets.
Yes.
And I love the look of that, but then I also think, is it too matchy-matchy twin set?
Yes.
So I do love, again, with the thoughtful detailing, that they have the panels of the flowers going vertically on the cardigan and then going horizontally on the tank.
Yes.
So I would probably do them in two different colors just so that if I decided to wear them together, it wouldn't be, although, you know, again, then I come back to, but I do sort of like the, you know, 1950s matchy-matchy twin sets. So.
Right, but also with the vertical versus horizontal, it does make it a little different if you do decide to go the same color, because you'll at least have the variations in the way your stripes go. The designer who did it, the colors that she did, I forget exactly what it was, but she went with the cream color, I think, for the top, and then like a brownish color for the cardigan, and very neutral, or maybe it was a gray color, I can't remember, but it was a very neutral and it was so beautiful. So there are a lot of choices of what you can be doing there.
Well, and I'm wondering if you paired two of our yarns, and if you did the tank in a solid, and then we did the cardigan with the flowers in a solid, and the solid double crochet with like a speckle that is a complementary color. So you're sort of drawing attention to the stripes in the cardigan, but the tank is still very solid colored.
Yeah.
That would be an option. And
totally.
so then they match, but they don't match.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people are saying that they would try to do 2 different tones or shades of the same color to wear, which I think would be great too. Like you could do 2 shades of any color to kind of have it. You could wear them together. You could wear them separate. Really great staple pieces for your collection.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jen, for your help today. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who joined us live. Don't forget to go ahead and put your comment in, whether you're watching live or on the replay. It needs to go over on Facebook if you're watching on YouTube so that you can be entered to win. We will be picking a winner to win 8 balls of the Comfy Worsted so that you can be making your own version of the vest. And you'll get a tote bag and the pattern. There is a comment in here about bringing the podcast back. I don't have a definite answer on that. We will see what's going on. We're working on the Facebook Lives right now. We're doing some planning on the back end for some other things that we'll be doing. So just keep focusing here on the Facebook page, on our Instagram page, and our newsletter, and you'll be updated when and if we've got those new things going on and when things will be back in for a season. So thank you again for joining me today. I will be back here again next week on Wednesday at 12:30 Eastern. I've got a fun guest for us next time to talk about a brand new project coming up. We've got a lot of great guests scheduled for the upcoming weeks, so you're not going to want to miss out on getting to check them out and what's kind of going on. So thank you again for taking your time and spending it with me. I really appreciate it. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day and a rest of your week. We'll see you next time.